you're familiar with the music that is associated with this particular event. And it's because this bumbling fool is always trying to deal with the doings of this particular group that's taken over Mikedo's amphitheater. They're back, trying to usher in the Night of Devilry once again. So, it seems to me that, given where we currently are in this game's storyline, perhaps it's not enough to have a cute little Mikote try and deal with these guys. Perhaps we need to summon the Warrior of Darkness. And so, tonight we'll be giving our reins for this particular event to Shinji, who's decided to dress up in the 2017 werewolf outfit. Cause, yeah, if you're going to be going after some beasts, perhaps you need to bring one yourself. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world. Matthew back with you here in Navarre Autism for this special bonus video from Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. So, it is All Saints' Wake, this game's version of Halloween, and so we are going to have our Warrior of Darkness take on the Continental Circus. But to do so, we need to get the quest started. So, we are going to speak with the Adventurers Guild Investigator to take on the level 15 quest entitled Fear and Delight. The Adventurers Guild Investigator is deeply suspicious about something. Aha! I spy with my keenest eyes he who thwarted the evils of yesteryear. Well, actually, that was Rika. And also, how could you confuse a male Aura for a female Mikote? No wonder you suck. What a pleasure it is to see you again. With that, I could say the same for that lot. The Continental Circus, you see, has arrived once again, as it does every year when it comes time for All Saints' Wake, bringing ghosts and pumpkins and all manner of revelry to Eorzea. I suspect, however, that the troop is planning something rather more sinister than the distribution of sweet treats. They're fell fiends in disguise, you understand. It's just what they do. I have been unable to discern the nature of their vile plot as yet, but I am certain that there is something afoot. Thus do I ask that you assist in my investigation. I need you to speak with the impresario, learn what manner of entertainment the troop is offering this year, and perhaps trick him into revealing something of what they're really planning. I will continue to observe the other members for any sign of suspicious behavior. And so, away we go. As long as everyone's dancing, it's time to be reunited with this guy with a creepy jack-o'-lantern head. A horrifying All Saints' Wake to you, traveler. Oh, but yours is a face that I have seen before. My, it is always such a pleasure to see a soul that so appreciates All Saints' Wake. Oh, All Saints' Wake, those unhallowed nights when we may feast and frolic, free from prying saintly eyes. Mortals once feared it is true, hiding from the creatures that stalk the shadows, but now it is perfectly safe. All the better to cast your cares aside and enjoy the devilish surprises our troop has prepared for the occasion. Why, they're positively dreadful if I do say so, my... But then, oh, impresario, it's dreadful, dreadful, I say. I'd raised that ornament myself, cared for it ever since it was a beady eye, newly torn from the void by an unscrupulous peddler of exotic pets, and now it's deserted me. I feel so betrayed. Do you mean to say that the circus ornament has gone missing? I suppose you do, as we are only the one. This is troubling indeed. My dear fellow, might I ask that you aid us in searching for the missing creature? I hate to misthink what might become of it, were to be spotted by one who, mistook it for an ancient of evil. Yeah, I guess we can give you a hand. How dreadfully kind of you. Now, were I an Arman, though I certainly am not, I believe that I might find the crowds of the city intimidating, in which case we had best turn our gaze upon the surrounding wilds instead. Perhaps the central shard to begin with. It can't have gotten far. And so, off we will go to follow them. And so they asked us to go to the Jadeite Floods, so it'd be quickest for us to go over to the Aetherite and use the Blue Badger Gate. Yeah, it's certainly a very busy week this week for myself in particular, because tomorrow I'll be doing a special run of Final Fantasy XIV's dungeons for Games Done Quick. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Games Done Quick. They do charity speedrunning events twice a year, and they recently did add a third one for the fall, a little mini version. So tomorrow they asked me to play Final Fantasy XIV for them, and that's what I'm going to do. So, as we have found the Armin that they were looking for... Oh, I know you. I know you well. Do you now? Yes, we have this white-headed pumpkin lady who's kind of like the good guy in this journey. Are you acquainted with this little one? Not yet. It tells me that it's been working with the circus, but it struggles to satisfy the impresario's demands. Yeah. It's more orange colored and it has a fancy, hat with the spider webs on it. Oh, sweetheart, you're not a disappointment. And your eye is charming. Yes, it is. Perhaps you are somewhat different, but that's nothing to feel ashamed of. Isn't that right, hero? Yeah, how'd you know? Impresario over here! Yeah, there they are. Ah, you found it. But why did the two of you not return right away? You're like, where did she go? What happened to the pumpkin-headed lady? Or, we were talking to someone a moment ago. Yeah, what happened to the pumpkin-headed lady? A pumpkin-headed woman who disappeared without a trace? Why, you could only be speaking of the legendary leader of the armies of darkness, the Great God herself! Is that really what we were talking to? I just, of course. The ogre Pumpkinhead would hardly break her silence after all these years to speak with you. What? Yeah, why is that? What I meant, of course, is that the Great God is merely a fable. If she were real, as I'm sure she would be delighted, no, honored to know you, as are we all. And he's like, whatever. My, you possess a spectacularly spine-chilling glare. It's enough to terrorize a void set. I mean, it would be, I assume. In fact, it's so very horrific that, were one seeking to train in the art of the dread gaze, there could be no better instructor, not even among fiends. And as it happens, we are in need of just such a tutor. We at the Continental Circuits have standards to maintain, you see. To play a part in our troupe, one must be able to project a certain air of eeriness, all in the name of delighting the public, of course. Alas, our friend here's gaze is somewhat less than dreadful, which simply will not do, particularly for an Araman, I'm sure you understand. Under your tutelage, however, it may yet become a valued member of the circus. He's like, yeah, whatever you say. Marvelous. Then it's decided. Our Araman shall be your pupil. Yeah. So yeah, we're stuck with this guy. I suppose you will need to learn to ride it if you're to train it properly, though. Come, I'll show you. Yeah, so away we go, along with our new friend. He's like, oh, I can't wait. And once you mold it into a monster that inspires the deepest dread, a force of evil that renders even the most stalwart of mortals voiceless and trembling, our true work will begin. We shall usher in the night of devilry at long last, recall the great god from her slumber, and feast as the world cowers before us. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, Impresario. How many times have we thwarted you now? Anyway, we'll go ahead and reunite with the Void Tamer and our Araman. The Araman is well trained, or at least I thought until it ran off on me. In any case, it ought to bear you as a passenger without objection. I asked that you help it practice gazing upon unsuspecting fools until it gets the hang of doing so. Dreadfully. When it has learned to perform to your satisfaction, please accompany it back here to me. I should hate to be abandoned by my own Araman. Again. I understand that it is a bit round, so if you fall off, return to me and I will help you reseat yourself. Now, up you go! And so, yeah, chilling out on the Armin. Yeah, and as you can see, we're not very amused with the fact that we're sitting on an Armin who's floating with the weird hat with the spider webs on it. And like, is this really necessary? And in order to complete this quest, the answer is yes. No, we do not want to attack the Hornet Swarm. We want to come over to the adventure here and use the sort of Dread Gaze on it. But you may have to make sure that it is in range for it to be affected. Bark Fiend, or you shall taste my blade! Oh, that was rather festive, actually. And the hat, it's fantastic! Dear me, I had nearly forgotten that the Old Saints' Wake season was upon us. Fiend slaying can wait. I must don my guise post-haste. And so now we'll take the Armin to our next person, who's going to be over in the Bent Branch Meadows area. Yeah, floating along and flying without a care in the world, really. Yeah, I will say though, it's not as cool as the broom that we got in 2015 with the jack-o'-lantern at the end and the cat sitting on the stick of the staff of the broom. I don't know what to say right now. It's early in the morning. Let's get this agitated adventurer gazed. Oh my! What an adorable giant eyeball you are! And dressed for All Saints' Wake too! I wish I was celebrating instead of training out here. Slay 3 squirrels, they said. It'll be a challenge, they said. You know what? I'm done here. I'm going back to town to stuff myself with pumpkin cookies. One of the few adventurers who will never complete Mother Miyun's trials. Oh, Mother Miyun, I hope you're not too disappointed. And so now to see this through, we gotta get back across the river and speak with this ardent adventurer and gaze her. Ah! Well, that was very weird of you, but you won't scare me away from my hunting spot that easily. Oh, you're with the Continental Circus? What a coincidence! I love All Saints' Wake. I'm out here hunting for dynamite webs to decorate my cottage for the occasion, in fact. But with the festivities have already begun, I must hurry back to Gridania. I would hate to miss a single ghost, or void scent, or spider. Alright, so we'll go ahead and take it back to closer to Bent Branch. And then we can be closer to the Void Tamer. Yeah, because once you have the task done, you really don't need to fly it back to the Void Tamer, because you've already accomplished the task. So as more people are getting accustomed to this, we'll return to the Void Tamer. Oh, what the? Okay, I have no idea what... I'm trying to speak to the Void Tamer. I don't know what the heck's going on. Why is the game glitching like that? You must have been terrifying. I saw 3 people running at such speed that they could have been desperate to reach the safety of their homes. Extraordinary! I'm ever so slightly offended that the Armin seems to have responded better to your training than mine, but what matters is that it has proven itself useful. We can only hope that this is enough to satisfy the Impresario. I don't think either of us could stand another lecture on the fundamentals of fear. In any case, he ought to be informed of your progress immediately. He doesn't like to be kept waiting. Indeed, so back to Gridania then. Alright, back over to the amphitheater. I'm sure that the Impresario will be absolutely delighted to hear the good news. Hello there again. Ah, you returned. How did the Ottoman fare in its lessons? Splendidly! It sent not merely 1 but 3 souls hastening home to quiver under their blankets. It has clearly learned to wield its dread gaze. that's not entirely accurate in a manner of speaking, or, yeah, convince him that's absolutely positively what happened. Yeah, of course it did. Just as I anticipated, the instant you fixed me with your stare, I knew the true evil lay within. I am delighted that you were able to share a bit of that with our Arman. And you, young Arman, congratulations! You have proven yourself to be a worthy member of the troop. Go forth and terrorize the masses! Yeah, I think he's more interested in looking at me. You traitorous little... You want to go with him? I'm not certain we can afford to part with such a valuable asset. On the other hand, so long as it continues to terrify, it needn't necessarily remain here to be of assistance. In fact, traveling would bring it into contact with even more victims. Very well. I am moved by your heartfelt plea, Arman. I will permit you a leave of absence, so long as you continue to emulate your horrifying companion. Guide it well, adventurer. I look forward to seeing what horrors you visit upon the realm. I guess. Yeah, and it's so happy. Meanwhile, my foolish children, ever eager to reclaim what was never truly lost. Its devilry takes a different form, but the night goes on, haunted by monster and mortal both. And though you may think me absent, my eye is ever upon you. So do have fun. Yeah, we'll have a lot of fun with our new little Arman. Yeah. You're free! You're free to go! So yeah, unlike other previous quests with the Adventurers Guild and All Saints Wake, the investigator gets the last word. You've returned at last. Did you uncover any unhallowed plots? Well, this is what was going down. They attempted to train an Arman to terrorize the populace? But it's your friend now? Well, as long as it poses no risk to others, I don't see the harm in it accompanying you, though I will make a note of this in the guild records just in case. I appreciate your willingness to get hands-on with this investigation. Speaking of which, my part have I observed the troop moving large quantities of supplies and issuing invitations to some manner of gathering. Based on past experience, I cannot help but have a bad feeling about this. Well, we know what he's talking about, but we'll take our experience, our gil, plus the Circus Resonator. And we earn the achievement, I have the Evilish Eye. So yeah, if you wanted to, you can then go ahead and participate in the annual return of the guild's, or the Continental Circus's haunted house. And you can go and get the various awards that are associated with it from the merchants that are over here. And so, with that, we have successfully stopped the Continental Circus from its crazy ways yet again. Although, this year, I don't think they tried hard enough. I think they could have tried a little bit harder. Yeah, they did try harder in previous years, not so much this time around, but hey, I guess they must be running short on ideas, or else they wouldn't keep doing such a bad job. But, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching this special edition of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers, and we will see you guys next time, hopefully tomorrow when I go to Games Done Quick to play this game just for them. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Navarro Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.